want me on the left or the right? So stay where I am. I've normally got a good job of getting in the way. I've got Dale Formosa, and Dale, this is sheepdog trials, not duck dog trials.
Oh, you could have told me before I brought me ducks out, mate.
Well, I'm sorry, didn't you read the book?
Can't read.
Well, you and I are in the same boat. Sally's been trying to teach me to read all morning. And the only problem is I've actually got to read sometimes. But Dale, out here we've got a young, well, we wish she was a young dog because she's a lovely dog. A dog here and a mob of ducks. What's the dog's name?
This is Pie.
Young Pie. How old is Pie?
She's 13, mate. 13 years old this year.
Now, Dale, tell the girls and boys, in human years, a 13-year-old dog isn't like a 13-year-old teenager, is it?
No, she's more like a 96-year-old.
So she's a lovely old dog. What sort of breed is she?
She's a working border collie. She's a retired trialling dog.
A working border collie, a short-haired border collie. And these here that we have, we've got, instead of sheep, you've decided to opt the sheep for ducks. And how did this theory come around, Dale, and why are we working ducks? Because there is actually a purpose, obviously not so much with Pie, but you do use the ducks quite often.
Yeah, that's right. I use the ducks for training all my young puppies for sheepdog trialling. And yeah, this has just sort of come out of that. We started doing shows with the dog and ducks, and it's gone on and got bigger and better all the time.
Now, people can see you each and every day of the show. Where can they see you? They can get up close and personal and meet you each day of the show.
My next show is at 1 o'clock up in the Enchanted Forest up here, just above the stands here behind us.
So that's half an hour from now, ladies and gentlemen. If you look straight over the Energex sign up on Machinery Hill, you'll see those green lopped trees, and those green trees are the Nestle Peters Enchanted Forest, and young Dale Formosa will be working his ducks there. Now, the idea here, this dog is probably better than some of our others. There's a couple of few different things that you've got to teach your dog, and it's basic commands, isn't it, the basis of trialling?
It's all basic commands, yeah. You don't have too many fancy commands, but you need a left and a right. And I think my dog's sneaking away. Hang on a minute.
Get over. So the command there, girls and boys, is get over. Get over sends her to the right. Am I correct, Dale?
That's correct, yep.
And then to bring her back to the left, we say?
Come behind.
Come behind. So that'll bring her back towards us. So get over to go to the right, come behind to go to the left. If we want to move her up on the mob, we can tell her to push up, or how do we tell her to do that?
Just push up.
Just push up. Don't get too technical, Tim. And then to go back or to... So stop, stay, get over, come behind. And then walk up to push the dog. Yeah, well, you've got to get in the ring. That is correct. So you can see... This gentleman, Dale, is working here, and you can see the skill that he's had to use. Come behind, stay, come behind, get over, and straight through there. Now, the one that we have here, Dale, these ducks that we have, I always get on the wrong side of you, don't I? The ducks that we have here, what ducks have we got here? What breed and where did they come from?
These are called miniature mallards, and or in the show ring they're called call ducks. So, yeah, and they come from a lady breeds show ducks, and she gives me all her spare drakes to work with the dogs.
Well, there you go. Now, you've been travelling through northern New South Wales and Queensland, and they tell me that you're booked up for the next little while. From the Ekka, where do we see you next?
Up at the Canungra shows where you'll see me next, and I'm not too sure where I go after that. That's a long way ahead now, isn't it?
It is getting a long way ahead. I don't know where we go after tomorrow. Don't worry, Dale. I've been telling everyone that it's day 7 of the Ekka today, and I've actually got told it's day 8, so that is quite all right. I'll stand in the ring for you. I'll do the judges thing here. Whoop, 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 whoop. Pie just getting a bit excited there, wanting to make sure the ducks stay together. And this is a way that we train our pups. Obviously, they've got to be a bit softer than on sheep, and it's just teaching the dog patience, and it's teaching the dog skill and accuracy. And that is the key with our sheepdog trials, as you see there, as we saw with Malcolm and all the other trialers, how important that is. Oh, these ducks have done this before. Not only that, slide straight off. What do you think about that, ladies and gentlemen? Very good. So instead of penning them up in the big pen down there, we thought we might come down here to the Royal Queensland Show Horseshoe. If you've got your camera, grab it, because it'll be a great chance. We're going to bring them up close to the side of the arena and head over this way. Now, a lot of this, what this dog is doing, and I know Graham talked extensively about this while the sheepdog trials were going, a lot of this is natural instinct that we're seeing here, isn't it?
It's all natural instinct. You can't teach a dog what they're doing, what she's doing there. You can't teach a dog to work those sheep the way they are. You can put sides and control, but if you haven't got natural ability, you can't really teach that.
And the natural ability is that the Border Collie wants to bring whatever it's hurting back to its owner.
That's it. The other name for these dogs is a heading dog, which means they go to the head and bring it back to you.
Are there dogs that work the other way and push away from the owner?
Yes, in New Zealand they have a breed called the Hunt Away, and that's the dog that hunts them away from you. And you have your little kelpies here in Australia that will take stuff away from you, and you can actually teach these dogs to do it too.
But it is basically a natural instinct, so we're going to pen them up. Here we go. Whoop, whoop. Oh, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together.